comedy clubs are based in shame.
Explain that.
Yeah. So the shame cycle. Someone gets up to perform stand-up comedy, needing validation. The audience is there waiting to someone to make them laugh.
Yeah.
They don't usually come from a love space. And we also don't feel comfortable laughing too loud or too much because we might have been told that's not appropriate to laugh at.
Yep.
Or you laugh too loud. I was told I laughed too loud for a
Me
girl.
too. Oh, yeah.
Can't do that. So the comedy clubs, they pump people with alcohol, whatever, so people feel comfortable to let go, right? And most of the people who often come to comedy clubs actually want to be up there speaking their truth, but they don't have that space or platform. So the comedian will say something. If they get a laugh, it validates them and their shame, right? Their self-shame they come up with, right? And then they try to get another laugh. Now, if they don't get that laugh, it doesn't work. What happens is the comedian will often say something to put down the audience. And then people might laugh because that's someone else being put down in a space that you can do, right? So the set is over. The comedian either feels great that they got validation from the outside because they're coming in to get validated. Aren't I funny? Aren't I great? The audience may have laughed down at someone else, feeling okay about that, right? May have related it. Very few times does this come from love. And so it's a re-traumatizing cycle. And don't get me wrong, I love comedy clubs. I
do too. And what you're saying, it makes perfect sense, but I never thought it. Thank you for breaking that down.
It's that, I mean, I'm a little trepidatious about it because I don't want to get like people like, what? She thinks she's better than. But there are pro comedians who have figured out how to get to the other side of love when they stand up and perform. When we get to a place where we are performing to speak our truth and share a communal experience with an audience that's open, it's a transcendent experience. You cannot get that on film. You cannot get that even watching a play. You are part of the event. Now, you can have a comedian that comes up with love there, but the audience isn't reciprocating that. That's okay. So there's two parts of it. It's the audience and the individual. So I help create the space with the audience, with the shows I do, because we're there for a cause. We're there to have fun. We're there in community. And many of them are there to support a person who's probably taken a class, perform for the first time. So I prepare their audience to come from a loving, supportive space. The person who stands up there, it's about them speaking their truth. So you go through some anxiety. Don't get me wrong. That's pretty normal. Of course. And I provide the space for them. And they come away with, obviously, it can feel like a high. But the few days afterwards, I usually interview them 3 to 4 days at least afterwards. There has to be a gap to let it settle. And then they notice how their life has opened up because they did that. They are standing up, speaking their truth. And we all were shut down at children in some way. But we're reprogramming neurological pathways, which apparently looks like horns right now. I don't know why. We're reprogramming the neurological pathways to enter without needing validation, but to express our truth in love. And that's why people's lives change.